Hi, this is Luke, and these are the features and sounds of GrainDust from Sound Particles. This is a granular synth with 4 fully independent granular layers, as well as Sound Particles' trademark spatial movement engine to give extra dimensionality in stereo or a number of multi-channel formats. So a great addition to the subtractive and FM synthesis you can get in SkyDust or MiniDust. And even folded down to stereo, Sound Particles' GrainDust has some fantastic evolving atmospheres for any mix. Although GrainDust has a lot of functionality, it's very easy to navigate, and in the Grains tab I can edit my grains quite easily. GrainDust lands with a comprehensive library of sounds for each category. So many to choose from. And using the mixer below, it's very easy just to solo each of these layers to hear what's going on. I can just go in at the sidebar and play back. I can truncate the samples if I want and maybe decide which part of it I want to use. And in the envelope generator mode, just down here, I have sliders for each phase: attack, decay, sustain and release. So a distorted flute on 1 and a clean flute on 2. Here's 3. And 4. And then altogether I've got my composite sound. But of course, being a sound particle synth, it's all about the space and movement controls as well. If I just turn everything off, it's easy to see what's going on. Then I have this control here, which allows me to regulate the amount of divergence around a central point for my grains. I can use envelopes or oscillators. However, it's even easier if I go into the Movements Modifiers section, because this allows me to use the radio buttons to impart different behaviours onto my grains. I'm enjoying the floating behaviour. And I've got controls for how quickly they spring around. You can see I've got a final position dialed in, although I can also impart movement on that as well if I want to, so I can have my grains land in a position of my choice or have them flying around as I choose. And with more familiar filter, envelope and oscillator sections, as well as pitch modulation, and a highly comprehensive arpeggiator and sequencer, and support for MPE MIDI inputs, loads of effects as well, and a router matrix, there is just tons to explore in GrainDust. So those are the features and sounds of GrainDust by Sound Particles. Astonishing spatial synth textures, and this time they're granular. To find out more and to read our full article, head over to the Production Expert blog.